Hey fellow comrades, how you guys been doing? It's your boys here. Welcome back to round 3 for the Battle Union. Today we go against the coach of LA Luxray, Gabriel. Now I want to say before we start with this battle, this guy is overlooked. I would have given this man 100 SOS if I could. I'm not even kidding. I feel like his value per video is absolutely insane. It makes even the biggest channels look like scrubs in comparison. You guys don't even know. A great guy that brings in all the efforts for people's entertainment, and you guys need to go check him out. His LP is very interesting, of his Soul Silver, I believe it's called, but overall a channel you need to check out. So honestly, looking at this team, I kind of expect everything outside of his Galuxray. I was kind of expecting the Heatran. I was kind of expecting sort of a similar team that he brought before, because I did look at these battles before to kind of get a little bit more known with his tricks and whatnot. I got Crocodile with Stealth Rocks, a Knockoff, and Toxic, I believe, as well. A Physical Keldeo with Hydro Pump, just to kind of handle even a Galuxray, you know, if he does decide to bring it in. And he actually did bring it in, which I did not expect. Resting, a Dragon Tail, Sludge Bomb. I did not expect Chestnut, so I bring in Sludge Bomb, 30% poison chance, as well as Resto Chesto. Meloetta, fully offensive with Assault Vest. Basically, close combat Arcanine with Flare Blitz, you know the drill, Wild Charge, and Will-O-Wisp, as well as running the Berry that weakens the Water type moves in case like Azumarill goes for Aqua Jet. I can definitely handle that, Intimidate, and so forth. Scizor is basically U-turn, Bullet Punch, Knockoff, as well as Sword Dance. It's pretty much an offensive spectrum. Basically, I've decided to. I've been playing defensive before, but I believe it's about time we rack that up and play offensive this time around with a little bit more speed. But you will see where I mean when I meant speed. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna lead with Crocodile. He's gonna lead with Galuxray. I was expecting either him being a Toxic Stalling, you know, just basically being a defensive Galuxray, but you will see that he's actually Life Orb, and he's gonna reveal the U-turn. I'm actually Jolly Nature, and I do have Stealth Rocks, but I was expecting maybe he will switch out to Espeon. Then again, Knockoff is still a threat, but he may just try to bounce back the rocks if anything. So he didn't do that, and I did manage to get some decent damage onto it, but that does allow him to switch out to Azumarill. Now, as part of me is kind of scared of the Belly Drum Citrus Berry, but I know I can Bullet Punch and then afterwards kind of handle him, as you will see in a second. But he's gonna go for a Waterfall, and ladies and gentlemen, that damage is way too real. I'm actually running speed investment on this. As I mentioned before, I want to go offense this time around. I play with Amoonguss and Gastrodon, but I've come to realize that defensive is just not favorable in this format, at least not for me. I mean, they got like 4-time weakness, you know, Gastrodon to grass. It's kind of hard to play, and his team just kind of screams more offense, so I need all the offense I can get. I do manage to go for the U-turn. I know he's Choice Bandit, he cannot go for Aqua Jet taking me out, and I can switch out to Von Rotten. Now I could either go for the rest, but I'm gonna reel down faster, which I don't want to do. And I was expecting maybe he will kind of stay in, and I will speed creep on him, ladies and gentlemen, go for the Sludge Bomb and take him out. That was great. I'm actually running Timid Nature on this, which makes me outspeed, and he's actually, I believe, 170, but his Adamant Nature, so he will have nowhere near the speed. I did kind of, you know, sacrifice some EVs on that one, but I feel like the outcome was much necessary, because I was actually having the investment just for that Azumarill right there, right then. So basically, I had to switch to Scizor to be a Deathfire. Could have, you know, basically I got no switches for the likes of Earthquake. Well, I could have switched out to Crocodile, probably take one. Maybe that could have been better, and try to preserve the Scizor just in case he's got Stealth Rocks, you know, on this. I feel like Scizor would have been kind of done for, and you know, it wouldn't really give me much. But still, my computer is starting to truly get loud. For all you guys that don't know what's happening, I got a computer issue, which I talked about in the previous video. If you want to go check it out, that's the reason I'm doing posts. I cannot do live. My computer just cannot render it just cannot render 40 minutes plus do screen. It's just too much string behind it. He's gonna go for Overheat. I decided to sack Crocodile. He did put up the rocks, making Rotom a little bit of a troublesome, you know, when it comes down to switches, and this thing likes to switch around, as well as Altaria. So switch out to Keldeo. I could have switched out to Gouge, go for Resto Chesto, but then I come to realize, wait, this thing can run Drill Run, and basically he's got Espeon that outspeeds it, Galuxray outspeeds it, and they can both super effect hit it. So I feel this will be the perfect setup, as it does kind of let me know that he's probably Assault Vest, but I'm a Sword Dancing, Close Combating, Poison Jabbing, Hydro Pumping, Keldeo of sorts, and I feel like it's a much better set regarding his team, because with a +2 with Stealth Rocks, it will destroy, I believe, even a defensive Altaria, Mega Altaria that is, with a Poison Jab +2 Expert Belt involved, holding that item. It is quite incredible. So I know, generally speaking, that Espeon will outspeed me, and I'm actually running Modest Nature on this Meloetta, while I'm running Adamant Nature on the likes of Keldeo. So that pretty much even more guarantees that it will outspeed. But Meloetta is a very good check to the likes of Espeon. Even a Calm Mining set would probably been handled by Shadow Ball, just because Serene Gray's high chance of a special defense decrease and so forth. He does switch out to Rotom this time around and reveals me he's a Choice Scarf, Thunder Waving Rotom. I did not expect that. Now, to be honest, you know, I don't have like things like Dragon Dance, I don't have a Dragonite, so it does kind of work out for him, but my team is generally kind of slow, so I was really surprised by his idea of running a Choice Scarf, you know, Choice Scarf, T-Waving Rotom, just because my team generally, as I said, is quite slow. But then again, you know, Keldeo is a Feint, and maybe even like a Assault Vest Keldeo, but I don't have that Expert Belt, and this Feint is definitely Assault Vest. Modest Nature, I do manage to take him out. He kind of stayed in because Stealth Rocks would pretty much take him out, and if I like change around the moves, well, basically Altaria would have just gotten the damage on the switch, and that's something that he wouldn't really appreciate. But you know, he does go for the return, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or will he reveal something else? Let's let the time do show us what he decides to do. He does go for a return with Pixelate, that is very, but we do resist, and Intimidate does, you know, make it a little bit less of a chore in handling and taking. I'm gonna go for that Will-O-Wisp. I'm running Jolly Nature Will-O-Wisp, so I'm kind of fast, but he's gonna reveal that he's a mixed set, and that Hyper Voice did way too much damage. Really does show the might that Altaria does possess. Gonna go for the Flare Blitz. I'm extremely scared of him potentially running Roost right now, and as you guys can see, I cannot switch out because I'm thinking maybe I can switch out right now to my Keldeo, but he does go for Hyper Voice, maybe expect me to switch out, but then he's probably just trying to, you know, weather me down. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a very important turn. I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz. If he's got Roost, it's going to be bad for me. And oh my god, critical hit, ladies and gentlemen. We call down, we pray to the Sunbro that does reveal his might coming down on us, lending his hand to us, the might that is the Sunbro, managing to give Arcanine the strength it possesses and taking him out without giving him the chance to roost right there, and that was incredible. So basically, it was definitely an important turn of events, but regarding my previous battles, I feel like, you know, eventually the luck will change around, and I believe this battle kind of started to reveal its luck to us. So I decided to go to my slowest Pokemon, basically Dragalge, to be sacking. I thought Espeon is going to be the one coming in, just because Espeon tends to be the fast Pokemon, but he actually brought in Gliscor. I do have Hydro Pump just to handle things like that, because you don't want to have some special and you want to have some physical. Poison Jab, Sword Dance, Close Combat, and Hydro Pump. I feel like, again, it's probably the best moveset for his team in general, like looking at his whole team. And I do switch out back to Meloetta. I believe he's running Wish Pass, Baton Pass, as well as Grass Knot for the likes of Gastrodon, but I'm not too sure how heavyweight Gastrodon is. I believe it's actually kind of light. Maybe Hidden Power Grass would do more. I cannot say. Don't take my word for it. I cannot really say. But what I do know is that I don't get paralyzed. He was kind of hoping I get paralyzed, because that would have been big. Earthquake would do a lot of damage, and then would have been in a cripple position against this Espeon. But you know, it would have probably maybe even take me out. Thinking about this, Psyche and Earthquake would probably been enough. But luckily enough, we don't get paralyzed, and now we actually get paralyzed, which is one turn too late. Thank the gods. And of course he's gonna go for the Psyche again, get the paralyzation. He needs 2 more if I'm not mistaken, maybe like a special defense decrease, and who knows, like a crit or something. But I believe that is you know, kind of calling for way too much luck, and I'm gonna go for the Shadow Ball and take down his last remaining Pokemon, resulting in a 2-0 score into our favor. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the match. Incredible battle, Gabriel. You really bring in the fight in this one. Like, basically looking at it, I felt Keldeo, just look at this team right now. Hydro Pump, Rotom, Poison Jab, Azumarill with +2, You know, basically close combat Excavalier, +2 Stealth Rock, target gets one-shotted, Gliscor gets one-shotted by Hydro Pump. It is the perfect set, and luckily enough he did not get prepared for it, because Assault Vest would definitely take on the Hydro Pump from the likes of Keldeo, which would allow him to do something crazy, and I don't want to take any moves from the likes of that threat. That Feint is incredibly powerful, I used that before. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Again, go check out Gabriel, an incredible content designer, which makes all of our channels, even the biggest channels out there, when it comes down to value, you know, the layout designs, all the creativity he's got, you know, around his channel, making his channel fancy. It makes us look like scrubs in comparison. This guy has got like 200 subscribers, which is he is truly overlooked. So please go check him out. If anything, you'll probably stay on his channel for his personality, if anything. So thank you very much for watching. Again, a good game to my opponent. It was an honor to battle you. You know, I believe we kind of planned a battle before, but I felt this is like the best way, and yeah, that is how the battle went. This time around, I feel I'm probably gonna like shut down right now, because I'm gonna need to shut down my computer. I'm gonna make this short, but you know, I'm just gonna make it short. Thank you very much. Leave some feedback if you enjoyed the battle, and until next time, take care. Peace.